Hello, everyone. Today is Friday, June 14th, 2024. Excuse me, at 11, no, it's 1:19 a.m. in the morning. So, well, I had minor problems, minor issues, but they had people that kept, like, a couple hours ago, I was trying to listen to my music, and people kept trying to, walk up to me and talk to me. But they had one guy that was trying to offer me some pizza, but no, thank you. Um, I don't want to take, like, you know, take food from other homeless people if they might be suffering more than I need. I mean, more than I'm suffering. But I don't. I mean, then again, other reasons why I don't want to, accept things from other homeless. And we all in this situation, you know, being homeless. So, but I mean, I didn't film or record him because I got caught off guard and it happened so quick. But at first, I didn't know what he was trying to do. He might, and I felt bad to realize that because I was like, I just saw a guy walking over here, and I was like, don't come over here. But I had my earbuds in, and you know, I didn't hear what he said because I had my earbuds in. But I'm like, no, thank you. I didn't want the pizza. But they had this homeless white guy with a wagon. I don't remember if he had a baby stroller. And that was the black guy that offered me the pizza, Domino's pizza as well. But he might have been a perp because I mentioned about pizza several hours ago. You know, so you know. But yeah, when that guy passed by me when I was in Harvey on my way to the library. No, I was on the way to go eat lunch, and then I went to the library, and I was like, "Ooh, that pizza smelled good." And come to find out, I really think it was Domino's. I'm sorry, not Domino's. Pizza Hut, that Pizza Hut. But they have another pizza place across the street. Um, it's like, I guess, a local pizza place. So I'm not hungry right now, but all night I've been thirsty enough that I thought I wasn't gonna survive out here. I thought I drank a lot of water today, or a lot of fluids today. I had water, lemonade, and some actual orange juice, natural, real orange juice. So, um, I guess for the past week or two, I've been having lemonade a lot. Not every day, but a lot. No, the past few weeks or whatever. But anyway, excuse me. Sorry. So the fake Darnell Williams perp was harassing me. Yes, I'm gonna say yesterday afternoon, meaning Thursday afternoon, around 3 something in the afternoon. And I look, and it seemed like the last 4 community posts have been about him harassing me. Um, so I am too tired right now, but I'm got my guard up. Excuse me. and afraid to doze off and fall asleep because of where I'm at. Like at nighttime, I don't feel safe. Well, I usually can't sleep because of the temperatures and the weather and stuff. But during the day, um, it's I usually will feel more relaxed and stuff um during the daytime. So I'm too tired to talk, and my brain is not even excuse me. My brain is not on point right now. Um. So e- excuse me for um for being like slowed or can't think properly right now. I keep on yawning. Excuse me. But they had a white man that came and walked up to me, and he had, like, I don't remember if it was a baby stroller or a wagon. And he tried to ask me something. I don't remember. Um, but I've been having my guard up. So I'm like, okay, so tonight is the night where, everybody trying to walk up to me and try to tell me something or ask me something or try to talk to me. So sorry, I had a lot of videos and a lot of perp activity. Um, and it seems like several hours ago, the gang stalking was really heavy, very heavy. Now, like, are the perps mad at me today, or is it a satanic ritual? Oh, Father's Day is coming up. But later today, they said all the Jefferson, I don't know about Orleans Parish, them too probably, but they said all of the Jefferson Parish school, I mean, all the Jefferson Parish libraries will be closed. So, where to go? I don't know where to go. But if it, I mean, I wish I could have, you know, gotten to do the discounted hotel night for $17. But I don't think I can because of the way I've been treated at that hotel. Excuse me. So, excuse me, they will have like um off and on some loud noise or whatever, perps blasting music or perps crowding around me, you know, within the past like 3 or 4 hours ago. So let's see. When I was at the library, they had a fly that kept harassing me off and on for hours. But like maybe 30 minutes before it was time for me to leave, I finally was able to kill the bastard. The fly kept on terrorizing and harassing me. And then like maybe um, 30 minutes ago, or probably longer than that, maybe 30 or 45 minutes ago, a fly tried to fly in my eye, like exactly right here. And when I was walking from the library, a fly tried to fly in my nose. So, excuse me. So let's see. So they had two drones hovering above me, but now I don't see them anymore. Now the fake Darnell Williams perp, he bragged and laughed about how he could see everything I do via drone satellites or drones and satellites or whatever. I'm like, this is like Truman Show all over again. And I did not realize that the movie that's supposed to be comedy, Big Mama's House 2, is very much a gang stalking movie if y'all go back and watch it. And certain other movies, of course. So I got some harassment yesterday as well, Thursday, online on YouTube. So it seems like my Twitter interaction has been like not much activity, or not much communication with people for the past few days. And, excuse me, and it seem like they've been manipulating my follower numbers on Twitter. And on YouTube, two people got hateful and unsubscribed. But if y'all perps, I'm glad. So let's see. So I didn't have breakfast, but I had because I haven't had pasta, and I had seafood. Wednesday I had a little bit of salmon, but I had shrimp. It was like Cajun shrimp pasta I had yesterday. It was pretty good, and I think I had a piece of bread, garlic bread or something with it, and I had some lemonade, and then I had like a burger and fries, and it had some other bread with like these pickled vegetables that were a little spicy. I couldn't even eat all of it, and I had a little piece of carrot cake, and I had some orange juice. But I didn't have breakfast. But I tried to make sure I was hydrated. But like Wednesday, I had this fear that might have been overhydrated, but I wasn't sure. But I'm feeling like it's quite like, I don't know if it's still in the 80s tonight. It's still, my phone says 82 degrees. Like it got up to like 92 or 90 something degrees. All those days when I would be homeless on the streets in Pensacola, like in the summer or whatever, the hottest it ever got was like 77 degrees. So I think that New Orleans, and you know what, I don't recall ever seeing Pensacola being like in the 90s, but they had days where it can get really hot or warm. Excuse me, but I don't think they ever had 100-degree temperatures as long as I lived there, but they might have had certain degrees where it was 90 something degrees, but New Orleans a lot of the times will have like 90 something degrees or 100 something degree heat index. And I heard that not just Bloomington, Texas, but I heard that even New Orleans and other areas, like I heard everybody suffered last summer. And summer is right around the corner. It's not here yet, but I heard that like I saw this creepy website news article online about how here in New Orleans that the AC turned off and that the coroner's office had to halt autopsies because the AC or something not working. Excuse me, and you know they had to keep the I've creeped out talking about this. Talking about I mean they were talking about that they had to halt the autopsies because the AC or whatever is not working. Or and so like at Wednesday at the Gretna Library, um they said that the main break or the AC wasn't working, and so they had fans running throughout the library. But when I walked in a little hallway where they have the bathrooms and the water fountain, I felt air conditioning and kind of cold up in that spot. But I guess the rest of the library, the AC or whatever, wasn't working. Excuse me. But I heard that prisoners were suffering in Texas and Oklahoma. I think it was Texas or Oklahoma or somewhere that prisoners were suffering because of the heat. You know, excuse me. But I feel bad for the people who are in jail or prison and suffering, yet they are innocent. If they have some people that's innocent, you know, I really feel my heart goes out to them. If they're innocent and falsely accused, or if they got set up, or if they're targeted. Excuse me. So, so yeah, I mean, I had like a decent lunch and dinner, but I didn't have breakfast. But you know, I just wanted to try something new or try something different because you know, I can't remember I said being targeted, I can't go to the same place too frequently or too often or too long or whatever. Um, you know, and then people in the TI community encourage you to switch up your routine or um you know, but it's pretty hard in my case. Excuse me. Well, I mean, but I got the carrot cake just to try it. But with the orange juice and the vegetables, you know, I was trying to push myself to go back to consuming more fruits and vegetables because, you know, me being homeless, um, you know, it is hard for me to be able to have, you know, I mean, hard for me to be able to get opportunities to eat healthy or to try to eat nutritious, you know, and it's like even though I had fries and burger, but it was like a lamb. He said it was like a lamb and beef mixture of a burger, you know. But when he put the fries on the plate, the the fries seemed like as if they took it straight out of the oil and then put it on the plate rather than putting on a towel and pat it dry. the excess oil or whatever. But excuse me. But that was my first time going there, you know. Um so I mean, I got try to get what was cheaper on the menu, but I was at the same time trying to trying to make sure I got some healthy in my system. But the guy recommended the carrot cake. I asked about the lemon cake, but he said that other people like it, but he said he wouldn't have recommended it. But I tried the carrot cake and I didn't really. I like carrot cake, but the texture of that kind of really didn't like it. Um but I don't know what to think or what to do or what to plan for later today. Um and I don't know when I will actually get that deposit back for the hotel from the other night. But it's hard living like this, being forced to have to live like this. I think if you're forcing someone to live like this, y'all need to go to prison. Not jail, but prison. And shit won't be funny once y'all are locked, if y'all get locked up. But I heard that just like celebrities that sell their soul to the devil and fake friends betray you, the devil is the chief narcissistic control freak fake friend. So if you think you're friends with the devil, and then when the devil betrays you, then you go run into God. Or if you ran from God to the devil, then you go running back to God. Excuse me. So, but tonight, well, last night, when I got on the bus, they had this lady. I was trying to sit down, and she had only 2 Family Dollar grocery bags, and she tried to take up 3 seats with 2 little grocery bags. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this lady? And then when I tried to sit down, she still insisted on having her bags on my seat or close to touching me. And I mean, and she had like a couple of bags of chips in one bag and like clothes in another bag, you know. Excuse me. And they had this big guy. He sat across from me, and he was you know doing a bunch of weird and annoying stuff. And then they had a fly on the bus and all that. I mean, I felt like about to on the verge of having a meltdown and felt like I couldn't wait to get off the damn bus. And I had like a frustrating ride on the way going to the library. So, but yeah, like they had a couple of bus drivers that I got mixed. It was two different bus drivers. I got mixed up with another bus driver. That that one that used to drive the W6 Gretna local back in 2007, 17, 18, and 19. She used to be super cool and nice. But in October, I came back to New Orleans, and she like been having an attitude and being very cruel towards me ever since. But I got her mixed up with, there were two other bus drivers that kind of fit her description and look a little similar, you know. But I mean, she would like drive the Lapalco bus, you know. But I mean, I got her mixed up with another driver. I mean, I got her mixed up with another driver, and accidentally, um, you know, when I was like, "There go the bitch right there," or something I said, and I felt really bad to realize that that's a different driver. That's not the lady, because she was wearing sunglasses, and that other lady that I was talking about, she wears sunglasses too. You know, so I'm like, wait a minute, it's three different of y'all. Wait a minute, but one of y'all gave me a problem, and the other two, they seem like they're new faces for me. You know, but like, and like a lot of times I had to deal with bus drivers that are abusive, narcissistic, hard, and mean. And even back in 2001, 2, 3, 4, and some of the Jefferson Transit bus drivers, I see them switch over to RTA. But if there had any bus drivers that switch over from RTA to Jefferson Transit, I'm not sure. But they had this mean black lady who would always be rude and have an attitude. But I don't know if she quit or what happened. What happened to her? You know. But this other bus driver, he was abusive, narcissistic, hard, and mean, and he switched from Jefferson Transit to ding 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 RTA, and his name was like Timothy Galatas or something like that, and that is the biological nephew Josh's uncle. That's the oldest sister Belinda's son Josh's uncle. Josh's dad, I heard, got supposedly, the story that I thought I remember hearing, that Josh's dad got shot and killed by the police at 17 years old back in the 70s. Excuse me. And so I don't know if Josh must have been a baby when this happened. So and I thought I remember family members were saying that Ramona set it up. But people say that Ramona set the biological brother Pete, that Ramona set Pete up to stay locked up in prison for longer. But Pete, he ain't even bitter towards Ramona. But he ain't talking to me, though, over small, petty little stuff. Oh, but he'll forgive Ramona and everybody else. As I said, like, Ramona and Yvonne, they would cuss each other out and then be back friends 5 minutes later. But family members don't want anything to do with me based on lies and stuff like that. And it's like eternal hatred. You know. And the biological nephew Raymond would cuss his mama, the biological sister Ramona, you know, Raymond would cuss his mama out, you know, any and every time he wants. But she kick him out? Nope. She'll just argue, argue, argue. But I was thinking yesterday how strange it felt for me to be in my hometown with no family contact and not living with any family, not staying by any family's house. It just feels unusual and odd, and like not being associated with any biological or foster family, makes me feel like as if it makes me feel, even though the places and everything look familiar, I grew up here, you know, it doesn't feel like home to me because of no family, or like no dealing with no family at all. But when I'm down on my luck and homeless and stuff like that, family don't want shit to do with me. But oh, when they think I'm balling with something nice, oh, they don't want. They want to make me have me spend the night by their house and act like they don't want me to leave. But I mean, if I would have stayed by Ramona, who knows what undeserved wrongful arrest that she would have set me up with. And the same thing was if I would have lived with Mark again. I can't live with. I never lived with Ramona, but I spent the night, quite a few, quite a few times, or spent the weekend quite a few times, but never like lived with her. And the biological mom, Frances, who gave birth to us, when she was alive, I never lived with her either. Ain't that strange? Well, I mean, when we were babies, but then we got taken away as babies. But and then we were in foster care all these years. But then as an adult, the biological mom Frances and the biological sister Ramona, they act like as if there was no room for me to live with them, you know. And I was going through hell with the fake foster mom, abusive, narcissistic fake foster mom, Adrian Felder. And it was weird because, like, when I was living with the foster mom or homeless or whatever, they made it like there's no room. But then, excuse me, when I when I when I had my place in New Orleans Towers, Ramona basically held me hostage, and wow, before I knew it, it might as well should have said I was living there, because it's like I was at my house. I mean, at her house more than at my own house. And her and my twin sister Brandy, what they would do is send for me to come spend a night or stay by their house or whatever. And as an adult, I never really lived. Listen to this, my twin sister Brandy. I had never even lived with my twin sister as an adult either. Never lived with my own twin sister as an adult. But staying by coming from out of town and staying for like 5 days, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about residing and living. But like for a few months or a couple of months, I would live with Mark. I lived with Mark twice. Once in 2007, and it didn't work out in 2011. Well, both times it didn't work out. But I stayed by Pete in 2016 for like 3 weeks. If I would have stayed any longer, I probably the way living with Pete, well, even Ramona, if I would have living with any of them, you know, I probably would have been dead by now. But um, as I said, like certain family members hate me so much that I'm forbidden to have access to their phone number or know where or their address or know where they live at or anything like that. Um, And excuse me. So then what drunk lady Yvonne, you know, well her like I never really no, you know what, one time it was, wait, hold up. I I think it was once or twice. Never really got to sleep overnight, but I think it was a time or two maybe that I got to spend a night by Yvonne's house, and I don't remember if it was, you know what, it might have. I mean, I don't remember if it was then or was it in 2017 when I spent the night by Yvonne's house, and she had made it like she had to pee really bad and cussed me out and went off and said, make it like she shouldn't have to wait to use the bathroom in her own house. But I think I was shitting, sorry for TMI, using the bathroom, and she was drunk. That was the only bathroom in the house, but I was already in the bathroom. But I don't remember if it was in 2015 before Blake got shot and killed, or was, I don't remember. But I just remember her treating me like that, and she was drunk, you know. But I'm like, well, what if I was your own child? I'm pretty sure you had moments where your child might have been taking a bath or doing something, and you were drunk and needed to pee and couldn't because, you know, if the bathroom was being occupied. But I mean, my family members, they do any and everything in their power to erase me as a family member and falsely make it like as if I'm not family. And they try to replace me with strangers, people who aren't genetically related to me or related to us. Now, when I left the hotel yesterday morning, I mean, the front desk agent asked me if, she said that she knew some Grand Prix. And, I get that all the time. People ask me, who am I related to? Or they say kin to, not kin to or related to, but who you kin to. Yeah, that's New Orleans talk. Who you kin to? Oh, yeah, Kane the kin every morning, yeah. That's how they talk, But, this lady, she asked me about Trina Grand Prix and like I think it was a difficult name like Trollette or something Grand Prix. And I'm like, I never in my entire life heard of any of those people. But when I said, well, Ramona Grand Prix, Mark Grand Prix, Arthur Grand Prix, she's like, no. So yeah, I never heard of a Trina Grand Prix or Trollette or whatever that name was, difficult name. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, the second name wrong. But yeah, but when I was at another downtown hotel, like the morning after the jail situation, excuse me, as I said, was a lady that she recognized me, and she said that she never met my twin sister in person, but was friends with her on Facebook. And she said that she was related to drunk lady Yvonne's husband Daryl. That she was related off of their side of the family. And she sounded identical to Yvonne in a way that was really creepy for me. Her voice, But with us being Creole or whatever, she was the complexion of white people. But she didn't have, their kind of hair. She had like, regular black people's hair. Excuse me. But I forgot what her name was. So, you know what? I was thinking when I thought that the fake Darnell Williams perp used audio to manipulate what I said. You know what? Now I remember. Okay. Excuse me. When they all right. Okay, I did mention, all right, when they keep harassing me, lying and saying you touched Raven, you did this to Raven and did that to Raven. They wanted to lie and say that, like they deliberately and on purpose, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did say that I grabbed Raven, but not in a sexual way at all. So they took a small clip of me saying that I grabbed Raven and then twisted and manipulated and gave false proof that, Candy did such and such. And so my twin sister was like, she admitted that she did such and such to Raven and pretended to be fake mad or whatever. And I'm like, when I said grabbed, I actually admitted that when Sean and Dwayne came into the room to scare me and Raven and startled us out of our sleep. And I said this several times and told the story the same way because it's the truth, several times. When I said I grabbed Raven, I meant that Raven was, excuse me, Raven nearly fell out. She rolled off the bed. And I grabbed her to prevent her from successfully falling off the bed. Like this. Like this. Pretend this jacket is Raven. Like that. And like if the jacket is falling, I try to, grab it like that and try to, prevent it from falling. That is what I meant by when I said I grabbed Raven. When she was nearly trying to roll off the bed. Well, not on purpose. Neither one of us, But, excuse me, Sean and Dwayne made a doggone prank. They made a prank because I was on psych meds and I told y'all that my twin sister had sent for me to go in the room with Raven. And this was fake Christmas. So this probably was a satanic ritual setup. Oh, they couldn't get me with trying to falsely frame me. I mean, I guess the attempts didn't work with trying to falsely frame me with using Tulane Hospital, to try to lie and say I tried to kill Raven. So on a satanic ritual high day, fake Christmas, they try to set up and frame to falsely accuse me of molesting Raven. And some years down the line, my twin sister in 2019 lied on me, and she didn't mention anything about molestation that day. Sometime during the summer in July 2019, I was working at the fake dirty YMCA downtown Pensacola. I think I was at work and on break for like 30 minutes. And I talked to her on the phone. And, she would be subtle with trying to, manipulate and pick arguments with me during a normal conversation. So she lied on me and said that I threw Raven up against the wall or slung Raven under the couch or something like that. But I'm tired of telling this story multiple damn times. Or retelling the story multiple times, and they keep harassing and fucking with me about it, like almost every day. I mean, as I said, for y'all to even make jokes and laugh about this, even though it wasn't true, but for y'all to make jokes and lie and laugh about incest and pedophilia, who's the sick one? And I wish I would have kept that video, excuse me, of those people saying that my twin sister, was the one who held a gun to Raven's head and forced her to go down and do whatever stuff. And then my twin sister scapegoating and blaming everybody else. Because she would try to tell everybody that her husband, Dwayne, is a pedophile and touches kids. But Dwayne, I'm not sure if he ever went to jail for that. But people who would have done stuff like that would have been locked up and away in prison for a long time. But I don't think I saw Dwayne since October. Since being back in October, but I used to see him. I think he used to work at the Riverwalk in 2017, 18, 19, one of those years. But I used to, even if it wasn't at the Riverwalk, I used to see Dwayne like almost every fucking where. And one time he even tried to make, I think one time he even tried to make fat jokes about me or something like that. And Dwayne is like a straight up psychopath. But no damn emotion. And what's funny was when Raven had whatever seizure or something when she was 9 months old, I was not there. And my twin sister at first she was blaming Dwayne, saying that Dwayne, shook Raven or did something to her or something. I don't remember. And I was not there. And then years later, she lied on me and said that it was me who did something to Raven and caused her to have a seizure when she was 9 months old. And it's like, I do not understand all these repeated false accusations of why my twin sister keep falsely accusing me of doing this and that to her babies, especially Raven. And she even went behind my back and lied on, and Wyatt came and told me that my twin sister came and told me that that my twin sister Brandy had lied. I mean, she lied to him and told him that that I looked at Ivan like I wanted to go down on him or do oral on him. I'm like, what the hell would I want to think like that with my 1-year-old nephew for? But I heard that people in cults have deranged minds to think like that and make false accusations because they're mad because you're not part of them no more. But hell, I mean, I was compliant with psychiatry and the mental health system and the cult and still being persecuted, falsely accused, harassed, being treated mean, singled out, you name it. And when she lied on me and said that it was me who kicked her in the stomach when she was pregnant with Raven, no, that was and I didn't eyewitness it. I don't even think I was there. I think even that day, I think I remember coming to the apartment during the aftermath of the situation, if I think I remember correctly. And it was Dwayne's niece Jessica that had kicked my twin sister. That she said my twin sister said Jessica kicked her in the stomach when she was pregnant with Raven. But me and my twin sister never fist fought while she was pregnant, and I never physically assaulted or laid hands on her while she was pregnant. All the stuff that they're falsely accusing me of, I wouldn't have gotten away with it. And it's like, excuse me, they make my nose itch. It's strange how they can lie, manipulate, and twist their story, and y'all still keep believing them. And my story has been consistent and the same and unchanged for all these years, and y'all still choose who to believe. Like, my twin sister's story changed from lying and saying that I looked over Blake's casket and said, "Good, I'm glad he's dead." And then now she switched her story to lie and said that I said it over the phone, that I told her and Wyatt over the phone, and that we were on the phone, a three-way. I did not have contact with her and Wyatt as a three-way over the phone after Blake's death. Even before Blake's death. Around that period in time, and even sometime after, but you know what? I don't even think I ever in my entire life had like just a three-way phone conversation with her and Wyatt. And as I said, I'm disappointed that Wyatt helped her lie on me. Excuse me, because none of the family was on speaking terms with her. And she was, for that time period, banned from the family. Or the family was mad at her and didn't want anything to do with her because of the fight she got into with Mark. And Mark got arrested and went to jail. And she lied, manipulated, and switched her story so much about that. But then Mark told some lies too. Both of them freaking lies, so you don't know who to believe. Excuse me. But if I would have looked over Blake's casket and said, "Good, I'm glad he's dead," I would have got jumped at the funeral. Either at the funeral or after the funeral. I would not have survived to spend the night at Ramona's house later on that night, or even go by Yvonne's house later on that night. If I would have said something like that. If I would have felt that way about Blake, then if I would have had that kind of hatred towards Blake, I would not have even fought tooth and nail to attend his funeral. I would have, by choice, not attended. But, I would not have attended his funeral if I would have felt like that. But after being abused and perped at funerals, family funerals, I said, I'm not going to no more damn funeral. No more family funerals for Candy Grand Prix. I couldn't make it to either one of the biological parents' funeral. and because of lack of funds, and I was living out of state, and I couldn't make it to Belinda's funeral. But they want to treat me like I'm not family, but I had my last $5 that Ramona tried to manipulate me out of, and they try to make it my responsibility to put up the funds for to put things on the biological mom Frances you know her um grave site or whatever. Excuse me. And she does not have like a tomb on, like she doesn't have like any tomb or whatever. But I don't know, I'm starting to get like teared up and emotional talking and thinking about this. But they had the biological dad Arthur buried by his second, right near his second wife Joyce Grand Prix. That was the biological half sister Yolanda's mom. And I didn't know that the biological dad Arthur, his very first wife, was a albino woman who he married for like a year or two, and they never had kids together supposedly. And I didn't find that out until after Arthur died. And the biological mom Frances was his third wife, and she was like 15 or something when they got together, and he was 32 years old. And I mean, like, Arthur, what was wrong with you? But they deceased now. But they didn't get married when she was 15. But they got together and started popping out babies when she was like 14, 15, somewhere around there. Very young. But I do not know whether or not if she was MK Ultra or sex trafficked or what was going on, or if he was her handler, or he was in the military. Yeah, he was in the army, right? Yeah, army. And he was um he fought in the Vietnam War. Wait, was it the Vietnam War? I think he did. I think it was. Yeah, I think he was a Vietnam War veteran. So, excuse me. Yeah, if I think correctly, he was a Vietnam War Army veteran. But he was 32 years old and got with a 15-year-old child, got her pregnant. Um, was she 15? But like, I don't remember how old she was when she gave birth to Belinda. But Belinda, I'm not sure who Belinda's dad ever was. Excuse me, but I don't even know the true relationship. But Ramona waits till after Belinda died to pretend that make a false narrative and pretend that her and Belinda were so close, and just rubbing it in our face while she was jealous of and hated me and my twin sister for nothing. And Mark was freaking jealous of us too. And I don't know, some other family members too, but like, my twin sister would do things to act like she's jealous of me, but then people will falsely accuse me of being jealous of her. But then they try to manufacture, with the favoritism and everything, with the narcissistic fake foster mom and that damn favoritism. But trying to manufacture jealousy and what they say pit me and my twin sister against each other. And I've been trying to tell my twin sister I'm not the chief enemy. I'm not the doggone enemy. So yeah, my apologies. I thought that they cloned my voice or used some technology to make it like I said things I didn't say. But now I realize what they were trying to say. I did say that I grabbed Raven, but not in a sexual way. I grabbed her to rescue her from Sean and Dwayne. You know, they were ran into the room laughing and try to spook and scare us out of our sleep when we were taking a nap. And my twin sister's like, go, when she was eating and said that, oh, go bring Raven in a room with you, because like she was like, go take Raven in a room with you because you know I want to eat in peace and I don't want to keep grabbing her every 5 minutes. But what if I wasn't there? She sent for me to come over there that day, and that was the day Sean started living with her, and she was abusing and controlling Sean. And and then Sean would tell me about Ramona controlling his money and restricting him from food as well. And Pete would exploit and abuse Sean. Sean was seen by the family as a guy version of me, but they manipulated Sean to have like a murderous kind of hatred towards me. Excuse me. But it seems like all my damn family is dangerous and not to be trusted, and think it's funny to ruin innocent lives and try to make a fool out of me for no damn reason. But and drunk lady Yvonne would tell me that I have, in 2018 she was screaming that I have no fame. Or was it 2015? No, it was 2018 when she got drunk and cussed me out for no reason and kicked me out of her house for no reason. And I didn't even argue back and forth. And I said, look, lady, I never got into an argument with you. I never disrespected you. And she called herself trying to show me the door. Excuse me. It was the day I got back from being stranded in Los Angeles and dealing with the Grand Canyon and all that. But I don't even know if family rumors is the reason why Rebecca and all them, why they want nothing to do with me, or the stuff my twin sister lied about, why Monica and Rebecca and all them don't want anything to do with me. But the main family members that start false rumors about me, they'd be the ones that pretend to be fake nice and have their hand out for money and using and taking advantage of my money whenever I would have any money. If they put stuff in other people's head and turn them against me and make them think certain false things about me, false bad things about me. But I mean, there was a point in time when Raymond tried to get close with me and act like he cared. And even Wyatt at one point. But for my family to treat me like I'm not related and for all of them to have like a murderous kind of hatred or want like zero, want nothing to do with me, and I haven't done them anything really. Or if any altercations or whatever, something that's very small and should be forgivable. But I don't even know if it's the so-called mental health stigma might be another thing that why they so disrespectful and abusive and hate me so much. Or if they hate me behind my twin sister's lies, false rumors, or smear campaigns. But I'll tell you this though, Rebecca used to love me and never I never had an argument with her, never had an issue with her. But when her that fake bitch Verda, that narcissistic fake perp Verda set me up to get an undeserved ticket with the rental car. I don't know if Verda herself turned Rebecca against me or if the cops turned her against me. But Rebecca was only 14 and she got hateful and turned against me and has never been the same since. And still to this day want nothing to do with me. But Wyatt, ignorantly laugh and tell everybody and say, can't stay away from Candy and Brandy because they always scream rape. Hold up. But Wyatt secretly separated himself from me when he found out that I got raped by that Freemason. Hold up. They have a loud ass boat passing by. If that's not a boat, then I don't know what that is. They have a guy trying to come over here. I can't even hear anything he's saying. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't hear anything. No, I didn't hear anything. Yeah. Wait, what? You? Yeah. Oh, that was you? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, he was saying that the white guy that was harassing me the other night, that he I guess gonna be on the lookout, make sure he don't mess with me. Thank you so much for that. Well, I guess there are a few people who do care, but it's like my family see me suffering and won't do anything. But like the abuse that my twin sister is doing to me, it is carried over from the foster mom's abuse. Even when we got out of foster care, Mark, Wyatt, and Sean still had some bitterness and distrust towards us. But they hated us from when we were 5 years old, but we were kids, kind of babies. And like if the foster mom manipulated, remember I told y'all the foster mom used to manipulate for us to spy and snitch on each other and report back everything to her, and she ran her household like a cult. Even Joni hate me till this day because of Candy used to tell on us when we were little, you know. But she ain't bitter towards the Kraft family members. The foster mom used to have them stalk and spy on everything we do and then run back to her. And a lot of them would create, like John Kraft would tell a bunch of freaking lies on us. I don't know about my twin sister, but he used to lie on me. So, but it's like my family want to stay full of grudges. They'll forgive street strangers before they forgive me behind false accusations. And um I don't even know if the Jefferson Parish sheriffs in Metairie, when Verda set me up to get that ticket, um I don't even know if the sheriffs offered Rebecca a perp deal, because that night, Friday, February 18th, earlier that day, Ramona nearly succeeded at Ramona tried to blood sacrifice me with the car accident. Earlier that morning, Ramona tried to sacrifice me with that car accident. And then with a deceitful looking smile on her face, she would act like as if she's trying to, like everybody else, like, don't you rent no car, don't you drive. And I'm like, but I love driving, and you know, oh, well, I told you about renting all cars. Don't rent no cars, don't drive. You know, you got no business driving. But it took me, and Ramona would be like, well, can't you rent the car for like another week or so? And then she would, try to set me up with a car accident, like your own sister trying to do, like, what the hell? So I remember when my twin sister Brandy when she mentioned like 3 years ago that the other biological brother, Derek, the youngest, basically was trying to say that, she was trying to say that Derek told her, or that Derek said that Ramona was trying to blood sacrifice Sean with some life insurance or something like that. Or or something, I don't remember. And I'm like, ain't this some shit? Like, Sean need to be like he need to avoid Ramona like the plague. And when Blake was alive, he warned me. Even though he hated my guts, but he recently, in 2015, when I came in town, and Blake was like, hey, Blake, whatever, and he was like, looked away and was like, motherfucker, you ain't seen me in like nearly a decade. But Blake was another one who used to love me. After he got out of jail, was the first time he ever, like, at least to my face, ever disrespected me and treated me a certain way. But, I wasn't even around Blake and Rebecca and them a whole lot like that either. And I wasn't even around. And remember, I told y'all I can almost count on my hands how many times I dealt with Yvonne. And Daryl Jr., who they call Do, And so, same thing with the biological brother, Derek. Like, I can count on my hands how many times I've seen Derek or associated with Derek. And so for Derek, like, he also pretended to be fake nice for the funeral. But then, when I try to give the family members gifts or whatever, they left everything behind, or I try to give the Christian gospel tracts or whatever. And I don't even know if, like, they were mad at me or whatever. But if one family member get mad at me, the whole entire family want to fight. And they stay mad, like, forever. So, excuse me, Wyatt, and I think it was 2017, before I left Greenville, South Carolina, he tried to tell me that Derek wanted to reconnect with me and that he wanted to talk to me or whatever. And But I think it's a New Orleans thing that people, I don't know about the Cajun folks, but blacks and Creoles in New Orleans, they hate their family members and stay mad and hold like eternal grudges for a long time for no matter what reasons. No love with the doggone family. But then you show love towards the rich tourists with a whole bunch of freaking money. And that's the ones who you show kiss their asses and smile on their freaking faces and everything. But I was trying to say that when in 2000, I've told this before, like in 2002 or 2003, when Blake got mad at the biological mom Frances when she was alive, and he's like, man, the picture, he almost cried. He's like, man, the picture won't burn, man, she do voodoo. Talking about the biological mom. And I heard other family rumors that the biological mom Frances do voodoo when she was alive. And I heard, rumors that the fake foster mom Adrian Felder do voodoo. Or that she practiced voodoo. Because the foster mom, she had all these statues and masks all over her house. Like, we grew up in a freaking cursed house. That big ass freaking house, 230 9th Street, 230 9th Street in Gretna, was the big freaking fat house we grew up in. And that Kraft family lived right across the street. People said that Kraft family do voodoo. That the Kraft family members do, the Masonic smelly Kraft family members, that they do voodoo. People try to say that Lanika was like a sex witch, a sexual witch, a sexual voodoo witch or whatever. That's Masonic. And so like in 2015, I thought Ramona was going to kill me, murder me. And it's like, they're so abusive, narcissistic, hard, and mean that I can't even be in a same room or a same house with a family member for 5 minutes without a scary argument or a fight or something or violence. And there was tension, the moment I got down to New Orleans in 2015. And that first night, Ramona threw a tantrum because nobody wanted to buy her $1 toilet paper. But I think I remember I didn't even have enough money, really. Like, I came down there and didn't have much of anything. In 2015. And then I dealt with Lisa Ruby and all that. And I don't even know if Lisa Ruby said certain things, because she had a conversation with Yvonne on the phone. And Lisa Ruby pretended to fake rescue me. And trying to tell me, spook and scare me, tell me that your family is a bunch of witches, voodoo witches that are trying to sacrifice you. But then Lisa Ruby was trying to sacrifice me. And I ended up homeless. So Lisa Ruby was that witch that called everybody else a witch. And so the biological cousin Blake, when he was alive, it was in 2015. I told this story multiple times before, when he told me, you're unwanted. What make you think things gonna change? Don't come back down here. And then drunk lady Yvonne came right behind him and said, you don't come back down here no more. And if you do, you go stay in a hotel. Telling me, don't come back down here no more. And if you do, you go stay in a hotel. But even the biological nephew, Josh, who's older than me, he even had moments when he was allowed to spend the night by Yvonne's house. But like the certain family members, they like Rebecca and Monica and all them, they won't sit down and tell me what I did wrong. Or what rumors did you hear about me to make y'all treat me or act like this towards me? So when he told me, you're unwanted, what make you think things gonna change? Don't come back down here. And then he said, now let me tell you something. Ramona is a very evil witch. So Blake acted like he didn't want anything really to do with me when I came down there. Now it's like, well, if he wanted to be a real cousin, he would have jumped down his mom's throat, for like, why are you gonna treat your niece like that? That's your niece, mama. No, he ain't do none of that. Even in 2015, Raymond tried to rescue me from Monica, Ramona, and drunk lady Yvonne being abusive and not wanting me around. I came 4 days from a trip all the way from Los Angeles to come down here just to be treated like I'm not welcome or wanted. And then Ramona acted like she was trying to fucking kill me, beat me up and put bruises on me. And I heard rumors of that Mark do witchcraft too. Or that voodoo. And that's why these motherfuckers sold their soul to the devil. That's why they got all this fake success in life. Sean had the struggle being homeless. Ask how many times has Mark been homeless? Never. Wyatt supposedly been homeless, but I don't know about if that's true or not. I heard Derek was homeless for a brief moment years ago. But Derek is fraudulently and illegally rich, living a high life now. Ain't got to suffer. But your own relative that won't do shit and hates you behind lies. And I heard that the FBI or the police, that they get your own family members to sign non-disclosure agreements when it comes to the gang stalking. Excuse me. So I'm not sure how much battery I have on this phone. 56%. And it's 2:42 a.m. in the morning. So, hold up. Let me check my other phone. My other phone is at 96%. Damn, it's going to be so hard having, to be, out on the streets and sleep deprived. I got a couple of more small videos that I haven't uploaded yet. But, I didn't want to put too much on y'all. I already had a lot of videos. Let me see. Hold up. Excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me. Now my throat is trying to itch. So it's like I'm losing more and more subscribers. Now, I had like 1,692 YouTube subscribers. 1,689 subscribers now. But as I said, if y'all are perps, then good. I'm glad y'all left. So, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all next week it's supposed to rain. So, and have like bad weather. And there's hurricane threats. So I really need help with like at least a week of hotel or motel or whatever I can get into. My hotel and food or whatever. And I need any and all the help that I can get. I mean, it would be nice if if I gotta stay out here on the streets and if I could just go by Ramona's house or something to be protected out of the weather. But I mean, if Ramona practices all this witchcraft and voodoo and stuff, I cannot be around her. Excuse me. So yeah, like Lisa Ruby wasn't the only one. They had other people too that was trying to say that my biological family is a bunch of witches who want me to that want to sacrifice me. People even say my twin sister is a witch. But my twin sister lied on me several months ago and said that I put a voodoo spell on her and caused her to be sick as a dog. And I'm homeless on the streets with like I'm sitting here in basic survival mode, trying to fighting to survive and live every day. I have no thought of trying to do witchcraft on any damn body. But I really think she was projecting. Maybe she was trying something on me. And maybe mad because it didn't work, maybe. But I mean, as I said, my twin sister would tell all kinds of freaking lies on me and false accusations, and that's what make my own twin sister freaking just dangerous. And as I said, like you don't make serious like who the hell would if I had a daughter and falsely accused another family member of molesting my daughter and then lie, manipulate, twist, and switch up the story and then laugh with internet strangers and think it's funny. If the roles were reversed and I had the power and so-called authority to have my twin sister stripped of everything and force her to be homeless with no family support, no friends, nothing, I don't think she would be able to live with herself if anybody were to cause her to be forced homeless with nobody at all. Nobody to believe nobody believe her cries for help or whatever or anything. But I'm getting off here. As I said, I need any and all the help that I can get. It's gonna rain all and have like bad weather all week next week. So I gotta go. Love y'all.